Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the State of the Beauty Industry. I am your host, the Mons Experience, and tonight we have another very special guest. We have Master Barber Odie Wade, who will be checking in with us shortly. This platform was curated to spotlight and give special recognition to our beauty professionals who perform world-class services inside as well as outside of their respective communities. I hope everyone is doing well. If you have any elderly folks in your neighborhood, please check on them and continue to do your part to stop the spread. Good evening, brother. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We good, brother. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. You're looking well, man. Wow, look at your dreads, bro.
You know, we out here. We had to switch the flow up real quick.
The last time I saw you, man, they were just barely past the nape of your neck. Wow.
I had a baby dress, man. You know what I'm saying? We had to switch it up real quick. What's good with you, bro? What's going on? How you been?
Nothing much, man. How have you been doing during the quarantine, man? How's the family doing?
Everybody's good, man. I talk to everybody, here and there when I can. Everybody's all right, though. We're doing what we can, bro.
Right.
Not much to do, honestly.
That's true. So what are you doing to stay sharp mentally, Odie?
Bro, listen, man. I follow everybody on Instagram. It's just everybody's a constant scroll, man. We're doing a whole bunch of this every day. So honestly, most of the people that I follow, it's mostly barbers and stylists. Everybody just keep brushing up on the skills, man.
Well, it seems as
Oh, I
though
see my cousin. What's up? What up? What up?
it seems as though the celebrities are taking over, man. I was doing an interview a few days ago, man, and Teddy Riley and Babyface was on, man, and they just completely crushed the bandwidth, man. After the interview, I tried to get on, and you couldn't. They literally broke the internet, man. I think that's absolutely amazing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Music.
So,
You already
Odie,
know the music industry is
right.
crazy.
So that's one of the reasons why this show was curated, man, to kind of talk about what's going on with the beauty industry, man. I think more now than ever, people are seeing the value of the beauty industry, the value of what we do on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. So where were you born at, Odie?
Originally born in Brooklyn, moved up here in the Farmington Victor area with my family when I was younger. Grew up out here, graduated from Victor, and then after that, no college, went straight to cutting, man. Took about a year off and then straight to cutting. It was like, but you know what? It was my dad. He told me, he's like, listen, if you ain't gonna go to college, you gotta do something. You gotta figure out a trade. You gotta do something. So
Right.
I picked
And
up a set of clippers, and that's what it was. So
what's really amazing is I met you in the community through another master barber, and we've maintained a relationship. You've supported me, we support each other, and that's really what it's all about. And it's not just our industry, it's just life in general. And I think more now than ever, we have to start reaching out. We're understanding that life is very precious. We have a limited amount of time on earth, and now's the time to kind of reconnect, reach out to someone that you haven't spoken to. And, if there's elderly folks in your neighborhood, go check up on them. You could have an unattended death in your neighborhood and not even know it.
that's true. That's
So
true,
you
man.
said your dad influenced you to take up the trade of barbering, or?
Yeah, honestly, if you were to talk to my dad like today, he would be like, you're the reason I got you into this, blah 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 blah. You know what? Because that's when he was cutting our ears off back in the day when me and my brother were knee high. So, but yeah, man. Honestly, my daddy told me, it's like, listen, he's like, if you're not gonna go to college, if like at the time I was working in restaurant industry. He was like, the restaurant industry is gonna get old. You can only go so far. Not knocking the restaurant industry by any means. Obviously, the restaurant industry did great things for me. I went multiple places. I went overseas. I did multiple restaurant openings all around the country. Restaurant industry was great to me, but at the same time, it wasn't really what what I loved and what I wanted to do. And then, you know, when I picked up a set of clippers and it was like boom, 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 doing my thing, I just fell in love, man. You
Wow,
know?
wow. You know, this is gonna kind of like this is gonna be one of those world events like 9/11, where we're all gonna look back. It's gonna be in the history books. Our kids are gonna be learning about it, and we're gonna be talking about, you know, what
I
were
see
we
you, corn
doing?
chips.
We're gonna be thinking about what were we doing. So, can you recall like the day that you got the information, or the day that you were informed that the shop was gonna be shut down?
Yeah, actually, I was still working. I work out in Victor. We got four barbers out there. You know, it was me and another barber. We were working one day, and then he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna call it quits." And I was like, "Yeah, it's probably a good idea." Then me and another barber working still, and then it was literally the next day. We are like, "Yo, listen, like, we should probably call it quits, man. Like, it's not looking too good." But yeah, it was a Thursday, and man, like when I tell you, like business went from here to here quick.
Wow.
It was quick, man. Everybody found out. What's up, Molly? Everybody found out. It was like, "What's up, Kenzie?" I see everybody popping in right now. What's up, hey?
Yeah,
It,
shout
it,
them
it,
out. Shout them out,
you already know.
Odie.
I got to shout out everybody
Shout them
popping
out,
in,
man.
man.
Listen.
I know. I see Janelle. I see
Shout your
Rachel,
peoples out, man.
Molly, Corin, Kenzie. I see everybody popping in right now, man. I appreciate y'all checking in. I see the waves. I see the love. But yeah, man. What I'm telling you, man, it was a drop like this, and then it just stopped. But honestly, it was one of those things I didn't think it was gonna happen, and it happened.
Right, right. I mean,
So
the crazy part about it, Odie, and tell me if you agree or disagree. We are infectious and disease control professionals. You would think
correct.
that we would be essential. Is there anything that you would think that we're going to do different, you know, when we reopen?
I mean, being a barber, you know, you got to be clean. You got to be organized. You got to be taking care of everything step by step by step by step by the book. You know, it doesn't matter. Any day somebody could come in the door and they could shut you down just because you're doing one, two things wrong. You know what I mean? So honestly, coming back from this and going back into the shop, I mean, I should rewind and tell you before we even got out the shop, people were walking in the door and we're like, listen, like take your coat off, hang it up. We're gonna need you to walk right over to the sink, wash your hands, do that thing before you even sit in my chair. You know what I mean?
Right.
So honestly, going back, definitely do the same thing. You gotta clean, you gotta do your thing, come in, wash your hands, take a seat. We're gonna make sure we're clean, doing everything behind us to make sure that we're clean and we're being safe, you know? Because that's what it is. I mean, but that's what it is as a barber anyway. You gotta be clean, you gotta be safe, you gotta follow the sanitation laws, do everything to the book.
Right, right. Now, have you seen this little piece of this certificate that's been circulating online?
I have seen that. Yes, I have.
Now, see, the most interesting thing about it is, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
you know, you see Barberside, right? We
Yeah.
know when I first saw it, I knew exactly what was going to be on the tail end of that, which is, yeah, go ahead and buy the Barberside kit. I'm sorry. But I took the test and I got the certificate just to show clients that, hey, I'm taking the next levels. But there wasn't anything really on there, Odie, that I didn't already know. I mean, it was a great refresher as far as contact point. You know, the contact point for liquids, as we know, is 20 minutes. Contact point for the towels or the wipes are 2 minutes. You know,
Right.
single use items, you know, there anything that's porous, anything that's not porous is something that you can sanitize and use again after you clean it. So there's a number of different steps and things that we're already doing. We have to clean our implements before we can even sanitize them.
Right. I mean, and if you've taken the state board, then obviously you would know this. You know, those are the things you got to do to
So
stay
what are
clean.
some of the things that you're thinking about incorporating? I mean, I know that, you know, you're a really neat, clean, and pristine guy. You know, I noticed you from day one, man. Clean cut type of brother, very articulate, very, very educated. So what do you think you're going to incorporate when you go back to business and you start servicing your clients?
I mean, I guess like one of the small things maybe um that I'm not used to doing is cutting with gloves. I've never
I hate them.
I've never really cut with gloves before, and it was one of those things. I got a box of gloves a couple months back, used them for a little while. They were all right, but they were kind of a little bit too big. And then I got a box of gloves probably about probably about 2 months ago now, and they were too small. You
Right.
know what I mean? So, but I actually found a pair that's right in the beginning. Elegance gel for anybody who's looking, anybody who's joining up, anybody who's looking. Elegance gel. I wear a medium. I got a pretty decent sized hand too, but Elegance medium gloves. They got a sale going on right now too. Actually, 5 boxes for $39. 100 gloves in each box. But once you put them gloves on, it's actually a lot easier than you think.
Really,
And
really.
it's a good feel, and it's one of those things that that's like when we talking about sanitation and all that, it's an easy switch over for me. I
I
would
you know I
I'd
try
wear
them.
gloves easily.
I have boys, so I've and I kind of feel guilty, but I've still been able to get my reps in. I've tried gloves, Odie, but man, those gloves make your hands sweat. When you take them off, my hands feel super clammy, and I feel like they take away the feel and the grip pressure. But I'm gonna have to try them again because I think that's one of the things I think I'm gonna do as well to prevent. First and foremost, you can a lot of people don't know you can get hair splints. Hair splints are nasty, man.
I've
Hair
had a
splits are
couple.
nasty, man. And then I think for the most part, do you think you're gonna wear a mask? Do you think you're gonna require that they wear a mask?
I mean, me definitely. I'll probably definitely wear a mask. As far as my client, I mean, I'm not sure how easy that would be. Try doing a low fade on somebody that's got
Right,
the a mask on the side of their head. You know what I mean? Like,
right, right.
but
What about facials?
nah, those are done
No?
those are done for a little while.
Right,
Shaves, I'm probably good on those for a little bit.
right,
It's
right,
it's just
right,
gonna be standard haircuts, and yeah, listen, if you come in with yourself and that's it, there's no sitting around. I'm sorry, you can't bring your wife, your kid, all this other stuff. Like we can't do it. And I think every
right,
barbershop should be doing that, honestly.
right. And
As
that,
we as
that's
we as we get back into it,
and I think that's something that comes naturally to us because we're already constantly trying to protect our clients. There's a reason why
Right.
we use a freshly laundered cape, or there's a reason why we use a neck strip for each client to create that barrier. We're always thinking about avoiding cross contamination or exposing our clients to anything that's infectious.
That's true,
So
man.
So how do you feel about Atlanta, man? The governor, Brian Kemp, is taking a lot of heat, man. I think they've been open for the last few days or so. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's too early?
Uh, I don't know. It's tough to say, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know the numbers in Atlanta, and I mean, I guess if the governor says it's okay to open it, I mean, I guess it's okay, but I would hope that the barbers, stylists, tattoo artists, whoever's opening back up is taking, those good precautions and making sure that they're doing the right thing because I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna pop back up.
Right,
There's all these places overseas that have been closed for months.
right,
We're just hitting 2 months here coming up. You know,
right, right. Uh,
so
to touch on that a little bit more, I'm going to read our state sanitary code part 10, which is general provisions. It's the statutory authority public health law 225. But in our part 10 code 10.31, which states health of operators, no person known to be affected with any communicable disease in an infectious stage shall engage in barbering or cosmetology, and no person so affected shall be employed as a barber or cosmetologist. Those words, Odie, leads me to believe that there could potentially be some lawsuits if someone comes into your barbershop, okay, they could be asymptomatic, like you said, we don't know. They could pass it along to you, you could pass it along to them. So we
Mm-hmm.
got to figure out a way to prevent that, because someone can say, hey, yeah, yo, Odie Wade, he cut me up, man, and now I'm sick. I'm in the hospital on a respirator.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to come up with probably some sort of waiver, you know, for someone. I think folks are going to have to get some sort of certificate saying that I'm clean and free, you know, from COVID-19. And then we probably should have some sort of waiver as well. And I think as a result of this, they really should change this to essential workers moving forward. And when folks come into the barbershop, clear and free, here's my certificate, and we can show them our certificate that way. But we're not taking a stab in the dark, because it's still, I don't know if it's too early, if it's too soon. I know that the curve is starting to flatten, and there's more people that have self-resolved and less people that are going to the hospital. But
Right.
yeah, man, it's a very tricky thing. And I just want to give out a couple of a few statistics here per county. It looks like New York City had 150, as of today, 158,000 confirmed, and they had 18,018 recovered. Now, as we know, New York City is a metropolis, so their numbers are looking a little better, but that area is so highly congested, and I'm sure that, you know, they're seeing little pockets of little spikes of the virus itself. Nassau County, which is one of the richest counties in New York, it looks like 33,000 confirmed and 2,153 recovered. Suffolk County, another downstate county, 32,537 confirmed and 2,244 recovered. And I'll do one, Dutchess County. I used to work in Dutchess County a few years back. 2,729 confirmed, recovered 486. So it appears that there's a lot of folks recovering, but I think the most scary part is the fact that it's affecting everyone differently. You know, whether you got O negative blood or A negative blood, some folks are seeing some of the side effects like loss of taste, loss of smell. Some folks are not having any symptoms at all. So, I mean, you really just don't know. And yeah, so, you know, hopefully we'll get to the point where we can totally flatten the curve, because I want to enjoy my summer, man. I want to get back to work.
I'm ready for boat season. I know I got a couple of people that are ready for boat season. I'm ready to get up on the water, you know, do my thing.
Hey, you know
That's
what?
it, man.
You're also into the martial arts, aren't you, Odie? If I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
sir. Yes, sir. A
What
little bit.
what what do you practice?
It's Goshin Jitsu. It's a Japanese art. It's me and my whole family does it. I'm a second degree black belt. My oldest brother, I believe he's actually second oldest brother. I believe he's a fifth degree black belt.
Wow, wow.
Don't curse me out if I'm wrong, Max. Um, I got another older brother. I think he was a green belt when he stopped. Older sister, first degree, and then two younger sisters who are also first degree.
Wow, wow. So how many siblings do you have in total?
Three brothers, three sisters.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Are they still local here in New York State?
Yeah. My oldest brother, he's got four kids and a wife. He lives out in Penfield. Uh, my brother Max, who's the fifth degree, he's a Rochester firefighter for the city. Um, I have another sister, Taryn, she's close to Miami. She's in Homestead, Florida. Molly's in Chicago. Doreen, my oldest sister, she teaches English in China. She's not in China right now though.
Okay.
No coronavirus. You know, with all this going on right now, I'm not
Right.
sure exactly where she is. And then youngest brother Quincy, he lives in Texas.
Okay.
So everybody's all over the place.
Wow, man. That's amazing, man. There's nothing like having a big family, man. So let's jump into some questions here, Odie. We're gonna give the viewers an opportunity to ask a few questions. Hey, thanks to everyone that's chiming in. Thank you for coming on and supporting us, the state of the beauty industry. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask a question. We're also going to get into some self-care tips, Odie, for men.
Let's do it.
I believe there's also like a question feature on here where a dialogue box actually pops up. And yeah, I just also want to say that there's the same guy that's logging on, the Hunter, DAHUNTER 81, has won both giveaways. So the first giveaway, he won the small throw blanket. Okay, this is an exclusive throw blanket, the Moz Experience, the one that you see in the back. And I'm also going to do another giveaway this evening for my patch. This is a 34,000 count patch. 34,000 stitches. Very exclusive. You cannot get it anywhere else. You see the Hunter laughing. Okay, if you guys got any questions, now's the time. We're going to open it up for questions, and then we're going to jump back into the next section. Hope everyone's doing their part to flatten the curve and stop the spread. It looks like we're making some progress. So, I don't want us to take 2 steps forward and 1,000 steps back. Looks like Governor Cuomo is going to start opening things regionally. And what he's saying is making all the sense in the world as far as one wheel turning with the other, schools being open while folks are going back to work, so on and so forth.
Slowly but surely.
So hair enhancements, Odie, how do you feel about hair enhancements?
Me personally, I haven't gotten into hair enhancements just yet, but I would use them. I'm not opposed to them. You know what I mean? I would definitely use them because for instance, myself, I know I have these light spots up here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, I would use the hair fibers if I had them. I honestly just haven't ordered them yet myself. I had planned on it.
Right.
Because, like I said, I haven't used them just yet, but I would use them.
You would use them
because I do have some clients that just to finish it off, just to hit them with that little bit right there. At least keep them fresh, for that day and a half, 2 days, whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I've had them used on myself, and I was opposed to it at first, but I was like, wait, 2 days later, I'm over here like, I'm still looking all right, though. You know what I mean? After them 2-3 days, I'm like, I'm still looking all right, though. You can't really tell. But honestly, I would use them. And it's good for the Instagram. It's good for the marketing. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we know as barbers, it's like, yeah, some people got light spots, and that's not what it's going to look like after you're done. But if it takes a good picture, you know what I mean? If it's good marketing for you, I'm all about it. I'm not opposed to it.
Right.
I know a lot of barbers say it's cheating, but I think it's only cheating when it gets to a point. You know what I mean? You know when you can look at an Instagram picture and you can see it's like, yo, like that's so dark here. That's so dark.
It looks like
here.
Shoe polish.
Exactly. Somebody got some Murrays out here just scrubbing it on. You know what I mean? Definitely. But it's like no. Honestly, I'm not opposed to the hair enhancements, but it's just not something that I've gotten into yet.
Got you.
To be honest.
I've been initially, I'm not gonna lie, I knocked it. I knocked it because I saw, some of the end results of some of these haircuts, and like you said, you can kind of see the reflection of the light, and it looks like shoe polish. It doesn't look natural.
Yeah.
If I can do it and I can produce the end result looks like it's natural and faded in, then yes. I mean, as you can see, my front hairline, I actually did it to myself. I just cut my hair, and like you said, my hair doesn't grow in fully because I cut it down to about a 1/16 or so. It doesn't always show like I really wanted to. So what I've been doing is experimenting with my own hair, and I fill it in to the point where it looks natural. So I've been using myself as a guinea pig.
Look sharp.
Thanks, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And if you want to experiment, man, we got to hook up when this whole thing is over, man. I've done all the research. I got a really nice cordless air gun, man, and it's just amazing. And there's
Which
this new,
what kind are you using?
I don't know the name of it, but I do use the Tomb 45
The
has an
Tune
excellent.
45? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's great. It's great.
I seen that one.
You shake it up for about a minute or so, and it doesn't drip. So I can go out in the rain. I don't put much on, but you can go out in the rain and it doesn't drip. So,
Right.
and what you do is you go back over it. Like what I did is I take like an alcohol prep pad with isopropyl alcohol, and that first pass, if it's too dark, I'll leave it as is, but I try to use a light hand, and then what I do is go back over it with the straight razor. Like I'll do a straight razor finish, and then like I said, if it's too dark, like over here when I first did my right side, it was dark. So you take one of those alcohol prep pads and you just rub it really lightly, and then you come back over it with like tissue, and then it,
Hmm.
it, it blends it just like when you use an airbrush like painters use. You just
Right.
you just start to smooth it out, and it blends in naturally. So what is the most important thing that okay, it looks like Manny's asking anything for ball spots. You want to answer that, Odie?
Anything for bald spots? Honestly, just those hair fibers. Honestly, man, like I'm not sure. It's either that or you got to rock with it, man. Like I know a lot of people here out here that are losing their hair. They're trying to keep it, man. It's like, yo, listen, if you're losing it, you just got to take the plunge, man. You gotta know where you at. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
for bald spots,
You know
uh,
what? You know what, Odie? If if you have at least 70% of your hair, I can still fill that ball spot in. The technique that I was referring to when I was talking about my outline, I can utilize that same technique, but the key to it is taking the hair down as close as I can to the skin. Like I said, I keep my
it,
hair down to about a 1/16,
right.
and
It
then
depends. Like if Manny like what bald spot are we talking about? Are we talking about like the normal bald spot? Are we talking about if we're talking about like up top here, that normal bald spot? That ain't nothing. That you already know. Hit that shit with the grain and you're good. You know what I mean?
right now, if you're missing the frontal, the apex, as well
Right.
as the crown, there's non-surgical hair replacements that I'm going to get into as well. We might have to link up, Odie, because that's something that I definitely want to do. And aside from that, I guess there's something that's really compelling me to do that. And
He
I
said
would
small
say,
spot in the front. He said small spot in the front. So he's talking about probably like up here. Like same thing where I got. Like look, like I already know. I'm going up here. The Lord has plans for me, man. And like, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is. So I keep it as natural as I can, and that's it. You know
but
what
it
I
looks
mean?
good, Odie. Listen, you're not going to
You
take
know what I
care of Mother
mean?
Nature before she takes care of you, though.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We keep it sharp. We keep it sharp. You already know.
So what's the number one thing? What's the best thing for a client to do before they sit in your chair?
All right. Before they sit in my chair, clean your hair. Definitely. You know what I mean? Especially in this crazy time. Clean your hair. Please wash your hair. Don't come in with the gel. We know how it's gonna look. Especially if you've been sitting in my chair for 2, 3 months. We know what your hair is gonna look like when it's over. You don't gotta style it up before you come in. You know what I mean? But wash your hair. I think that's probably the number one thing that I run into a lot is that people come in with just a whole bunch of product in your hair. Like
Right.
like I got product. Like I'll put product in your hair. I'll make it look however you want to when it's done. But if you sit in my chair, just wash your hair, sit up straight, stay off your phone, and we can get right through this.
And yeah, just to piggyback on that, you will get the absolute best haircut if you shampoo the hair. And there's a
Yes.
reason. There's a reason for that. Tell us why, Odie.
You shampoo your hair, everything just stands up how it's supposed to. You have clean hair, all the dirty hair, the dirty skin, everything is now out of your hair. I'm now working with it's a fresh canvas. You know what I mean? It's a blank piece of paper, and you doing whatever you want on it. You know what I mean?
And clean hair cuts faster and it cuts sharper. The end result is a lot better if you do not shampoo your hair. We can literally see everything, all the dust and bacteria that's collected as the teeth are feeding through the hair.
Oh yeah.
And the clippers start to struggle. And it doesn't matter how much Andis spray or lubrication you spray on that clipper, it is a struggle. Now that machine has to work that much harder. Now you have to brush, you have to use your air compressor. So if you want a great haircut, first, show up on time. If you show up on time,
yeah,
you're not throwing OD's schedule off. Because
you show up on time, I'll love you 10 times more. I promise you.
He's doing,
I promise you.
30, every 30 minutes or so, or 35 minutes. If you show up late, you may not get a haircut. You throw the whole schedule off.
Please show up on time. I know I'm not the best with time, and I know a lot of people that are going to watch this, or if you're not watching it now, we're going to say, yeah, Odie's the worst with timing. But when it comes to, if I'm showing up for a haircut, like, I guess I understand it a little more. And I should be a lot better about my timeliness. So that's one thing I'm going to work on is my timeliness, for sure. But yes, please.
Now,
if you're coming to get a haircut, please be on time for your haircut.
Now, where's your shop located at? You said in the town of Victor, correct?
Yes, I'm out in Victor. It's right on 96, 2 West Main Street. It's myself and 3 other barbers. There's also another Millsies barbershop in Canandaigua.
What is it called? Millsies? How do you spell
Millsies? Millsys. There's an apostrophe there at the end. SY apostrophe S.
So now, yeah. What do you think? So I think we may have to go to. Are you going to be looking into going into like online booking, stuff like that? What about walk-ins and stuff like that?
We do walk-ins only at the shop right now, but I mean, like, I'm not the boss at my shop, so I honestly can't tell you how it's gonna go. But I would think and see during this crazy time how it is right now that obviously we're gonna be jam-packed once we do open back up. My idea that we ran by each other was like, yo, listen, like, obviously we can't have people just sitting in the shop waiting, so we may as well just make our own sheet, our name at the top, number slots. You put your name, your number. We'll call you like you come in, you see it, 9:30 is open, boom. You put your name, your number, boom. You see 10 o'clock's open, you put your name, your number, boom. Finish up, call them up. Yo, you outside? Yeah, all right, word, you up. Boom. Call it. Yo, you outside? Nah, I'm around the corner. All right, well, how long you gonna be? Oh, I'm not gonna be here for like 20 minutes. All right, you done. Gotta keep it moving. Honestly, that's how it's gonna go right now.
Right,
If you want your haircut, you're either gonna like just like old times though. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna come into the shop and you're gonna sit down, you're gonna wait. That's how it is. But if you can't go sit in your car and wait for 25, 30, 40 minutes, however long it is, like, I'm sorry, I gotta keep it moving. I'm gonna call the next person on the list. Yo, you around? You here, yo? Yeah, I'm sitting in the parking lot right now. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. So everyone that's tuning in, you guys make a mental note of this because everyone's going to be vying for that spot. Whether it's a phone call or a line, because the barbershop will not be full. It's not. You're not going to be able to congregate if you're out in your car and you're next up, one client out, one client in, so on and so forth. It is going to be it's going to be more ridiculous than the Home Depot lines that we're dealing with now.
It's going to be insane, bro. It's going to be it's going to be bonkers when we open back up. Bonkers.
Yeah, there's a celebrity barber down in Atlanta. I was watching a video a couple of days ago, and he was speaking about how they're going to wipe down the chairs. They're wearing masks and stuff like that. I guess I commend them for taking the lead on that. I just hope that everyone, does the right thing to protect their families. I'm not the one to judge. I can't say, what someone should or shouldn't do. But yeah, I this is going to be the new normal. I don't think we're going to be doing walk-ins for a while. Now the walk-ins are going to have to get trained to schedule an appointment. And once again, that adds to the value of the service. You know, walk-in, people just come in willy-nilly like I need a haircut, but now they're going to understand what the value is of having that standing 3 o'clock appointment every Wednesday, Thursday, or whatnot. And now
Luxury,
they'll be able to
baby.
appreciate, right? They'll be able to appreciate
This is luxury.
Right. And you know what? And I think I'm going to go to distance. I'll go to the distance, and I'll increase my services, and I'll make you feel extra special. What do you think? What do you feel about increasing prices? Do you think this is gonna it's gonna cause a price increase? Excuse me.
Easily, man. I've already seen it. I've already seen numerous barbers across Rochester, to Buffalo, Buffalo to Syracuse. I've already seen it. Everybody says, "Oh yeah, once we open back up, yeah, prices
keep that same
up.
energy, right? Keep that same energy."
You want to call me? Oh, Odie, come over to my house. I'm gonna give you $200. Like, listen, I can't make it over there. All right, but listen, when I open back up, I'm gonna need you to bring that $200 energy.
Yeah. Keep that same $200 energy
over there to
motivate me.
Where we at? Oh yeah, trust me, I'll take that $200 when we're in the shop. I'll take my time, bro. You can have an hour and a half in my chair. I don't care.
What is your favorite all-time haircut, Odie?
Favorite all-time haircut. This one honestly is kind of like a it's kind of like a double-edged sword for me. Like my favorite haircut, it's the burst fade. Honestly, like when I tell you, like I do so many burst fades in my shop, it's unreal. Like I do them all the time. It's literally like I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 burst fades in a row. I love them because they come out great.
The style, man, it's spready, man. But my all-time favorite is the box, man. I still love the box. When Big Daddy came out with the box, man, and Kumo D, man, that I tried to rock it. I couldn't get it to grow that tall, but that was my favorite all-time haircut. So,
oh man, someone said even long-term customers will be charged more, no grandfathering. All right, my response to that is there's no freebies anymore. Okay, trust me. We all been out of work. I ain't received income yet. All right, I'll be 100% honest with you. This one will go straight out to the real world. Everybody who will watch this, I ain't received a penny yet. I just now got my stimulus check. I just now got the first 600. That's after 5 weeks of no work. And you say there's no grandfathering? Nah.
Wow.
It is what it is. Listen, I'm giving you the $20 haircut. if I touch your beard, if I touch under here, that's $5. It
Right.
is what it is. What it is. Okay.
You know, it's funny. There's folks that
is what it is.
And I know you know this one too. There's folks that call, hey, I just want to outline. Outline leads to low taper.
Taper. Yeah, oh yeah, taper me out here.
Hey, can you touch this up right here?
Can you touch my eyebrows? Okay, so now we have the $20. Like,
if that trimmer turns on and it touches your face,
like, trust me, listen. As a barber, even if I still go to the barber shop, when usually I'll either do it myself, have one of the guys next to me do me up. If I'm really feeling like, you know what, let me get that super duper fresh cut, go see my man's, get me right. Boom, I'm still dropping them $40 every trip because I already know. I'm like, yo, you just gave me a fade, you just touched this, you just touched this. I already know that's $30 off the rip.
Right. You know how the game goes.
Exactly.
Share with us a funny, because some of the stuff that happens in the shop, I mean, we have that barber client privilege. There's certain stuff that we obviously don't share. But is there a funny story that comes to mind that you can share with us? A funny barbershop story?
Funny barbershop story. In what sense here? Like, oh man. I feel like I've had a lot of crazy barbershop stories. Like kids?
Kids are always funny.
Oh, God. If the guys were logged in right now, they would be like, oh, yeah, go ahead. I swear to God, I get all of the craziest kids. I love the kids to death. Don't get me wrong. I love the kids. But, yo, I get the craziest ones. I get the ones that are all over the chair. They want to do everything like I'm like, yo, like stop moving their head. They wanted to straight look at me like, yo, like I think honestly, like if I could have a camera there when I was cutting all the kids' hairs, that's what you would see. Is the craziest kids in the world. I don't know what it is. They get in my chair. I think they just must see me just acting a fool with all these other clients or whatever. And then they get in the chair and they're like, oh, he a funny dude, like whatever. Like I'm about to mess with this dude, like whatever. But yeah, love the kids to death. But God, dang.
All right, Odie, we're gonna get into our 21 question rapid fire. You're gonna answer as many questions as you can, as truthfully as possible. The answers that you provide will allow someone to win this exclusive patch. Once again, this is an exclusive patch, 34,000 stitch. You cannot get it anywhere else. So what you're going to do is you're going to go onto my Instagram and you're going to drop the answer, okay? The questions that Odie answers, one of those will be the answer. Then go to YouTube, to the Mons Experience, my YouTube page. You're also going to answer there and hit the subscribe button. So we're going to do the 21 question rapid fire. Are you ready, Odie? Here we go. Favorite genre of music?
Hip hop, R&B.
Favorite R&B artist?
We'll go Jacquees. Just a quick one.
That's a good one. Favorite NBA player?
Michael Jordan.
Favorite comedian?
Kevin Hart.
Favorite TV show?
Martin.
Favorite actor?
We'll give it to Will Smith. We'll keep it going.
Favorite universe, Marvel or DC?
Ooh, Marvel.
Favorite sneaker company?
Nike.
Favorite clothing line?
Ooh, it's this clothing line actually called Brooklyn that not a lot of people know about. Look for it at Marshall's. It's actually cheap and it's nice.
Louis Vuitton or Gucci?
Gucci.
If you had a yacht, what would you name
it? The Red Dragon.
Would you rather live in a mansion or on an island?
Give it an island.
And which
part I got the boat from the last question, right?
Right.
All right.
In which order do you prefer, Andis, Oscar, or Wall?
Andis, Oscar, or Wall? Andis, in that order.
Pedicure, manicure?
Pedicure.
How many trimmers do you own?
4.
How many haircuts can you do in an hour?
3 to 4, depending.
The biggest tip you've ever received?
$100.
If you could jump into a pool full of something, what would it be?
I want to do the Jello challenge like everybody else has done.
If you had a time machine, would you go back in time or visit the future?
I'm going back in time. Nah, no. I'm going to the future.
You going to the future?
Yeah, I'll go to the future.
I want you to listen to this one very carefully. Last one. This is the
no.
20. This is number 21. If I gave you 2 numbers, which one would you pick? 45 or 44?
44.
So you chose Obama over Trump. Good answer. That was 21 question rapid fire. So Odie, we're gonna wrap it up here really quickly. Do you have any closing thoughts or anything like that? You want to ask let's ask a few more questions. Looks like a few other people have logged in here.
What do we got there? Says, even long time council, we answered that one. Bald spots, we answered that one. He said, I'm jealous how that fresh cut look. He wants to talk about yours. My haircut ain't fresh. I mean, it's all right. Man, I mean, this is it, man. Quarantine life, man. I'm asking all the barbers to stay safe, man. Don't do the home cuts. Don't do it. Relax.
Right.
We're gonna get through it, man. We gonna be all right.
We're gonna be all right. Hey, this is the state of the beauty industry. I'm the Moz Experience. This is Odie Wade. I thank you for your time, Odie. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Everything that you've done in the community. Continue to be safe. Take care of your family. You guys be well. Help stop the spread.
Catch you later, brother.